Hey guys, it's me, Teresa Palavoda here to give you a little update on the advertising essay. Some of you wish that you could maybe jump ahead a little bit, and so I thought I would go ahead and give you this video, which would explain exactly what I want after you've done your introduction. So the first thing that's due is March 6th, and that is just the introduction. That's just so I can make sure that you're doing everything that you need to do. If you look on the advertising essay, then and now, the sheet that I gave you, it's under files in Canvas. You'll see that there's an introduction portion. You don't have to answer all of those questions. This is just a way that I thought would be the best way to help you to sort of figure out where am I going with my paper. Just want to make sure that you have a strong thesis statement somewhere in that intro. Then the next thing that is in the list is body paragraphs. Again, you do not have to answer every question. There are 8 little sections in the body paragraphs. I don't expect you to do all of those. The only thing that I really want, there are 2 things that you need to have that must be in there. The first one is examples. I love examples. I want a lot of examples. The other thing is number 7, and it says describe the ethos, pathos, and logos that is applied in the advertisement. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what that means in case you don't remember your high school English in which you had to address ethos, logos, and pathos, okay? So all advertisements, basically anything in which one person is persuading someone else to do something, you use a lot of different methods to do that. The 3 main ones are ethos, pathos, and logos, okay? Ethos is ethics, pathos is emotion, and logos is logic, okay? So anytime you have an advertisement that gives you statistics, 3 out of 5 dentists recommend this toothpaste. 4 out of 5, blah, 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 recommend blah, 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 okay? That is logic, that is logos. So if your ad has something that's very logical, scientific, fact-based, then that would be logos. Ethos is ethics. This is when you have a spokesperson, okay? Let's say that President Obama came out and with a new brand of sneaker, okay? And you decided, wow, I really like President Obama. And he says, oh, I can't do a President Obama, I can't, what is the word now? Anyway, now, am I gonna have to edit this? No, I'm not editing it, okay. I can't do an impersonation. Thank you, brain. I can't do an impersonation of President Obama, but let's just say he says, oh, I use these sneakers now and my feet never hurt. And so he is someone that you admire, perhaps. If you do admire him, then you're gonna be more likely than not to purchase something that he advertises. Okay, so this is based on the ethics of the person and it's sort of transferred to the product, okay? So that's why you see some famous rich people advertising something and then more people are apt to purchase it if you respect the person that is advertising it. So that's where famous people come in. So that would be ethos or ethics. The last one is pathos, and this is emotion. Okay, so when you see the Publix commercials at Thanksgiving and Christmas where someone is coming home after being a long time away and they're all gonna sit around the dinner table and have a good meal together, that is pathos. You want to recreate that sentimental feeling in your body, so therefore you might go to Publix to purchase the food because you think, well, if I go to Publix to purchase the food, then our Thanksgiving will be like this wonderful Thanksgiving. And so it's basically a manipulation of your emotion. So that you have to include something, my advertisement uses pathos because blah, 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 blah. My advertising uses logos because blah, 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 blah. You have to use that in your body paragraphs. Other than that, you can use as many or as long as you use examples and ethos, pathos, and logos, then it doesn't matter to me how many of the others you use. I just gave you these as an example of ways in which you could enrich your paper. So there are various components of the advertisement. You can read all sorts of articles on advertising and what they use, what colors work best, that kind of stuff. That's not a problem. And you have to have two sources in this paper. So you're going to have two sources. One has to be from a peer-reviewed source. So that would come from, New York Times, something that is reputable, through the TCC database would be preferable. And then the other one can be from anywhere. You can use the film that we watched, Killing Us Softly. You cannot use Wikipedia unless you just use it as a source, as a backup. In other words, if you have 3 or 4 sources and you want to use Wikipedia to explain something, you may do that. We don't ever recommend Wikipedia because you can still go in and change some of their information in there. So you could just make up stuff if you wanted to go in and do that. I do not recommend that you do that. I'm just saying that you can do that. So that is the information for the body paragraphs. The conclusion is pretty evident. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just provide your opinion. You talk about the technique. What is your point? And that's what you want to reiterate in your conclusion. I think that you could have fun doing this paper, as much fun as you can have doing any paper that you're going to be graded on. Again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send me an email or give me a call. Thanks a lot. Have a great weekend. Well, if you're looking at this, like on Friday. But if not, just have a great day.